So we have a first round matchup in the Western Conference as we have the number 2 Colorado Avalanche taking on the number 11 Arizona Coyotes. We'll take a look at how these two teams match up against each other, look at the head-to-head, as well as my predictions for who I have winning in this first round series. If you like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe down below. Let's take a look at this matchup between the Colorado Avalanche and the Arizona Coyotes. So the Colorado Avalanche and the Arizona Coyotes. Two pretty solid teams in their own right over the last couple of weeks here, as we have seen the return to play plan officially underway. There you go. I knew I was going to get it eventually. But this is a great matchup. I mean, this is a matchup we really don't see all that often, and that's more than likely because the Arizona Coyotes don't make the playoffs very much. So this is good. The Coyotes are in the playoffs. Taylor Hall will officially not win a lottery this year. So congratulations, Arizona Coyotes. But all kidding aside, this is a great opportunity for both teams to really solidify themselves, win a playoff round, and see how things go. I could really see this matchup. I mean, whoever wins this series, I think could come out of the Western Conference. Call me crazy, but I really like what the Arizona Coyotes did in that first round against the Nashville Predators. I wonder how they match up against a better team overall in the Colorado Avalanche. I mean, we saw what they did against the Nashville Predators in the first round, or in the qualification round, but I do not see the Nashville Predators nearly at the same level as the Colorado Avalanche. The Avalanche are for sure the better team here, and I think that's going to be a huge factor as the series goes along. Remember, this is a 7-game series now. It's a best of 7, so whoever gets to 4 wins first. It's not 3 anymore. So this, I think, favors the Colorado Avalanche because on paper they are the better team. You look at that top line: Mikko Rantanen, Gabriel Landeskog, Nathan MacKinnon. That guy Nathan MacKinnon, he's pretty good. He looked pretty solid over the past couple of games here in the play-in round, or the round robin. He did take a stupid penalty in that Vegas game, which he's definitely got to work on that. The referees are going to keep an eye on him. But overall, I think the Colorado Avalanche, just the amount of skill they have on this team. Now, to mention, though, for the Arizona Coyotes, the big factor for them, Darcy Kuemper looks really solid for the Coyotes. I think that's a huge advantage for them over the Colorado Avalanche, who Philip Grubauer looked okay at certain points, but he seemed to struggle, and he wasn't super consistent, and I think that favors the Arizona Coyotes. So I think in terms of goaltending, I think this goes to the Coyotes overall. I think Kuemper has really played well in that series against the Predators. Grubauer, on the other hand, I like him as a player. He's got an amazing name, but I'm a little bit concerned about him going into this playoff series. Offense, like I said, I think it favors the Colorado Avalanche. I mean, you've got guys like Taylor Hall, Phil Kessel, Clayton Keller there in Arizona, but we need to see that depth step up in this series for the Arizona Coyotes. And we saw that a little bit. I mean, we saw Connor Garland get on the scoreboard, Brad Richardson with the overtime winner to clinch the series there for the Coyotes. So it's possible, you've got Derek Stepan as well. They've got some leadership in that room, which I think is a huge advantage as well. Defense, I like the Colorado Avalanche. I mean, that's going to be tough to beat. I mean, the Coyotes have a decent group. They've got Connor Murphy, Victor Soderstrom. Some of those guys, they're pretty solid, but still, I don't know how sold I am yet on that defense compared to the Avalanche, who just have so many big guys. You've got guys like Nikita Zadorov, who are just a nightmare to play against. You always have to keep your head up against Big Z, not the one in Boston, the one in Colorado, Big Z, Zadorov. I think that's going to be a problem in this series for the Arizona Coyotes. And I think in terms of special teams, it's got to favor the Colorado Avalanche. I really like the Avalanche power play. That's going to be lethal. You cannot, if you're the Arizona Coyotes, they took some stupid penalties in that series against the Nashville Predators. You could afford to do that against the Predators. You will not have that opportunity here against the Colorado Avalanche. Their offense is too lethal, especially on that power play. The less that the Coyotes are on the box, the better. And I think specifically in this series, they could get away with it more against the Preds. That's not going to happen against this star-powered offense in Colorado. So who do I have winning this series? And this is actually tough because I really like the goaltending in Arizona with the Coyotes, but I really like that offense and that overall lineup from the Colorado Avalanche. Both coaches are pretty solid. So who do I have winning this series? I think in 7 games, I think the Colorado Avalanche will take the cake. I think they win this series. It's going to take 7 games, though, because I'm not sold on that goaltending, and I'm even a little worried saying that the Colorado Avalanche will win this series because I don't know how I feel about Grubauer right now. We may even see Pavel Francouz start Game 1. I'm not totally sure. It's still a couple of days away, so we don't know. But I really like what Darcy Kuemper's done for the Arizona Coyotes, and I think he's going to keep them in this series. He's going to steal at least 2 games. I'm telling you that right now. I think he's a big factor here for the Arizona Coyotes, and not to mention they have some solid guys. I mean, like I said, if we didn't see guys like Kessel and Hall and some of those other guys getting in the mix on the offensive side of things, I think they were dead in this series. But they do have a legitimate chance here against a really solid team here in the Colorado Avalanche. I think this is one of the better matchups in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, and it could determine how things end up going in that Western Conference. So comment down below. What do you think of the Colorado Avalanche and the Arizona Coyotes in this series? Do you see the ultimate upset where the Arizona Coyotes, the number 11 seed, come in and beat the number 2 Colorado Avalanche? Or do you think the Avs take care of business despite their shaky goaltending, their offense, and their roster is just too good to handle for the Arizona Coyotes? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey and want to see the latest news around the NHL, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.